Three cities A, B, and C are such that the distance between A and B is 50 kilometers, and the distance between A and C is 90 kilometers. If the bearing of B from A is 0.75 degrees and the bearing of C from A is 310 degrees, find 1. The distance BC, and 2. Bearing of C from B. Now, to solve this particular problem, we are going to start with the angles. Let's start with angle 75 degrees.
It's going to be, remember, for three figure bearing, we always start from the north and move clockwise. So our 0.75 degree should be this 75 degree. Okay, now after getting this degree, the next thing to do is to put our points. We are given 2 points there. We are given, they say the bearing of B from A is 75. So the bearing is coming from A, which means that here will be our A and here would be our B. Please, if you don't understand how I place this point, take a look at my previous videos, okay? Now, and the bearing of C from A is 310. So now let's get the second bearing, 310 degrees. Let's move again from the north. We move clockwise, 90, 180, 270. So 310 should be somewhere here. And we draw the line. So 310, and this one a little bit shorter so that we can see it. Okay, so 310 should be, let me call here, so this is our A, this will be our C. Okay, now remember that is the bearing of C from A, so it's also coming from A, so this is our 310 degrees. Now we are asked to find the distance between B and C. So this is, if I join this place, this is what we are looking for, distance between B and C and the bearing of C from A. So I think this is the diagram in bearing. Once you're able to get the diagram, every other thing will take shape. So the next thing we're going to do now is to put all the angles, okay? Now let's look at this. If this whole place is 310, it therefore means that this tiny angle here will be 50 degrees because the total angle on the point is 360. So if we take away 310, what is left is 50. So we have 50. Now let's go back to the question again. Let's put every other dimension mentioned. They said that AB is 50 kilometer. So here is 50 kilometer. And then we're also given AC as 90. So here is 90 kilometer. Okay. So I think these are the dimensions. So if you look at this, we are having a triangle that looks like this. The triangle that looks like this. So here is B, here is C, here is A, here. If you add this 50 to this 75, that gives us 125 here, 125 degrees. And we have 50 and we have 90. So this is how the triangle looks like. And if you can recall my my previous videos on the rules for applying cosine and sine rule, discover that what we can use to get our distance here, BC, or we used to get this BC, is the cosine rule because we have two sides and an included angle given to us. So we are going to apply the cosine rule. And I believe we can all remember the cosine rule. Let's use the cosine rule. Okay, so our cosine rule says that a square is equal to b square plus c square minus 2bc cos A. And remember, our A is this angle BC which we are looking for. So our BC is the same thing as our A, and so let's call it BC square. So our B, what's our B? 90 square. Our C, what's our C? 50 square. And then we have 2 times 90 times 50 cos 125. Okay, so by the time we apply this using our calculator to save time, we are going to get a total value of our A as 125.5 kilometer approximately. So this is the solution to the first part of the equation that says, we should find the distance BC. So our distance BC, which is the same thing as our A, is 125.5 kilometers. Now we have the second part, and that second part says we should find the bearing. So I'm going to leave that to you, and then in my next video I'm going to show how to get that. Have a nice day. Bye.